So the idea for glove glue came from just a brainstorm conversation that I was having with Glenn Robertson, the founder and inventor of Responsible. We were sitting in the car one day. We'd been to see Just Keepers. I was helping Glenn launch his product globally. They just listed it for him. And we were just throwing around ideas as to what could we do? What could we invent to change goalkeeping? And we just left the road between Stow-on-the-Wold and heading towards Burford. I can tell you exactly where I was on the road, exactly that point. And I still pass it today, and I still think about that moment, because it truly was a light bulb moment. And I just turned to Glenn and said, "I've got it." He said, "Got what?" He said. I said, "What happens if there was a product that you could spray on any level of goalkeeping gloves to get them grippy, a spray or a roll-on or something, and it could make your gloves grippy like they are when you get them out of the packet? Or maybe you could take a pair of training gloves that are a little bit gnarly and a little bit worn and are missing a few bits of latex and make those grippy again." And that was the seed of the idea. And we both agreed, wouldn't it be great if we could find a solution to that problem? Roll the clock forward, and contacted a friend of mine who again has been in sporting goods for a long time, predominantly working actually around leather football boots and the application of chemicals to those leathers and improvements that could be made to leather football boots back when football boots were made of kangaroo leather and leather in general. And I gave him the brief: can we produce a spray to make goalkeeping gloves grippy? He went away, he came back with various samples, and we started testing these samples through my links through professional goalkeepers. Glenn also did a little bit of testing, also through some amateur grassroots goalkeepers, and we began this testing process with glove glue. And we ended up with a product that actually worked. It actually did what we wanted it to do, which was fantastic. Unfortunately, we had one major problem. And the problem was that this product that we had created from nowhere was highly flammable. And what did that mean? That meant that we couldn't ship glove glue globally because of the flammability, because of the risks. No carrier was ever going to take a really highly flammable liquid. So the brief went back to the chemical supplier. Can we create exactly the result that we've just achieved by changing the formula? And some 6, 8, 9 months, maybe even later, finally, we'd cracked it. We had a water-based formula and therefore very friendly to latex. We had the grippy element that we needed to make those gloves grippy. And we had a product that was not flammable, that could be put inside a finger spray or a trigger spray bottle and be applied to the glove accordingly. And in 2012, Glove Glue Original was born. It wasn't called Glove Glue Original back then because, of course, there was only one product and the product was called Glove Glue. It's only in later years where we've started to introduce other glove glue variations that we tweaked the name a little bit and called it Glove Glue Original. But back in the day, in 2012, we got our very, very first order from Just Keepers, in fact, and it was for 100 bottles of glove glue. I thought it was a great start, but I didn't know whether this was a product that was going to take on. I didn't know whether this was a product that was going to enable us 10 years later to have one of the world's fastest growing challenger brands within the goalkeeping space. I didn't know that during that period, we would create and own and become category king for goalkeeping glove care. So with products not only giving goalkeepers the opportunity to make their gloves grippy, but also giving them the opportunity to clean their gloves, to stop their gloves smelling, and to have a whole raft of products wide and deep into goalkeeping. But that's where we are today. We sit here 10 years on, and we are seeing growth in this business at a phenomenal rate globally. And it really is an exciting journey that, in all honesty, whilst it began 10 years ago, it's only in the last 18 months, 2 years, that we've really started to accelerate, as I've personally started to focus 100% on this business. And as we've started to do some really exciting things in and around the sport of goalkeeping, we've launched goalkeeping camps, we have the goalkeeping podcast, we have YouTube, and we have social media. And social media has been a huge business driver for us, not least TikTok, where as I speak, we're approaching 600,000 followers, and it continues to grow at pace. So all of these elements have really come together, create a fantastic brand within the goalkeeping space. Glove Glue continues to grow arms and legs. And in all honesty, I look forward to the next 10 years. We've got a lot of ideas still to get into the marketplace. There's a lot of things that we're working on currently. There's a lot of areas that we need to improve within the business, and we're working hard. We're looking at the whole sustainability piece. We're looking at environmentally friendly products. We're looking at the world's first biodegradable, plant-based goalkeeping glove wash, amongst other things. So lots of projects that we're working on behind the scenes. But as I speak today, I'm so grateful to everybody that has supported the business and the brand over the last 10 years. And here we are celebrating 10 years of Glove Glue, born in 2012.